Alright, welcome back everybody. And as you can see, the bench is a mess. The bench is a mess because I ran across my very first, I guess, what you could say, real problem with this build. One being, I decided to go with a Castle 2200 kV 8th scale motor, but the Sidewinder 8 that I put in here, the mounts didn't fit right. And some might say that's just a minor issue. I'm saying as far as the kit's been going so far, it's probably been the biggest issue. Reason is because the mounts were off on here. Okay, so what I did is I took it off, and I'm not sure if you can see everything here. I'm trying to make it so you can. See this plate right here? This plate I made out of some packing material for, in the farming world we call net wrap. I was going to actually go buy like some plexiglass or something so I can line up the holes and everything a lot easier, but this was free, so free's good. And yeah, I did miss the holes once, so it didn't end up exactly where I wanted to, but it is nice and solid. I mean, it ain't going anywhere. It doesn't matter how many jumps I go off of, it's just going to stay there, and it's solid. Alright, so other than that, that has been basically the only major thing I've run across so far. I've got the electronics bound. Everything works, except for the steering. I'm going to have to reverse it because, right is left and left is right. I don't know if you all can see that or not, but here you are. So we're going like, okay, what's your problem? Battery. Okay, so the battery wants to have a fit. The battery's on a battery's brand new, and I have not charged it yet, so there we go. Alright. Come on, man. Don't be a butthole. So I guess they don't put much of a charge in these. I'm going to have to put it on the charger. Let me grab the other one. So I can show y'all what's going on. Alright, so here's the other battery. And I go and I plug this in. Come on. Alright, so this one's happy. Alright, so the steering is reversed. Right is left, left is right. I have forward going the right direction. Alright, so that part's all done. So now I can move on with the rest of the build. Probably next episode you're going to find that we're probably going to go through shocks, because that's going to be one of the most important things. I've already got the body done. And the roll cage, let me go grab that for you. So here's the roll cage. I think it'll look pretty darn cool. You know? What do y'all think? That with a John Deere green, yeah, it'll be a pretty good tribute to any rock racer, I think. So anyway, so please join me next time when we start going through shocks, building them. One other thing I just want to point out while I unplug this battery is that this truck will take a 4-cell, in case anyone didn't know. There is a piece right here. If you take it out of there, a 4-cell battery will fit in there. And with this motor, supposedly from what I read, 4-cell is where it runs best. So I don't have one right now, but I can't wait to get one after we get this thing fixed up and done, just to see what it will do. But in the meantime, I will work on getting these 3 cells all charged up and get that taken care of. I'm pretty sure we're going to be pretty impressed with it. So far, this kit has been extremely durable, from what I can tell, and I think we'll be getting like years and years of bashing out of it. You know, except for a few upgrades I can see. Maybe these shouldn't be plastic. I don't know. We'll see. On my Emax, I found that going back to plastic was probably a better idea. But we'll take it as it comes, right? Anyway, so that's it for now. If you liked what you saw today, you know, routine. Give me a like, click, maybe subscribe. There's going to be more. All right. I have a lot of plans over the winter. Louisiana doesn't get all that cold. We do get a lot of rain though. Sometimes. Usually the rain all comes at once. So, anyway, till next time, I'll see you later. Thank you. Alright, so, before we move on to the shocks, I know I said we were going to do the shocks next, but I just thought it would be important to fill you in on basically building a shock stand. The shock stand is made, I made it this way. All I did was I took this foam right here. You probably, you know, and I got this, you know, it didn't cost me anything. It was packing from one of the lawnmowers where I work. I took this foam and I just drilled holes. I used a drill bit like this. Just drill holes into it, and I can just stick these, you know, once I get these put together, I can stick these in here, fill them with oil, and just sit them here, and they won't spill over unless I'm klutzy. That could happen. If I find that these holes are too big, I have more. I can get more. So, so I don't know if anybody out there really has access to this kind of stuff, but I try to find as much as I can that doesn't cost me anything, as I can. And I think this would be great because this will not only sit right here, but it won't tip over like real easy. I've done other shocks where I stood there and I put that to the side for a minute, and I just held the shock and, you know, put oil in and held the shock and try not to spill oil everywhere. This way I can do that. I can just fill it with oil, and you know, once everything's all together, this isn't all together obviously, but once everything's all together, you know, then I can, you know, work all the air bubbles out one at a time while the rest of these just sit here. So right now I got this set up to do 8 shocks at one time. So if I want to change out the shock oil on several of my rigs, or if I was to do say the Emax takes 4 shocks in the front, 4 in the back, I can do the front at one time, I can do the rear at one time. Or if I took another one of these blocks and drilled 8 more holes, I can do all of them at the same time. So just a little handy tip. I just wanted to leave you with that before we left, before we go on to the next part where we build our shocks. Alright, so I hope that's helpful to anybody. I thought it was pretty nifty. So anyway, thank you, and please keep watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you.